Why would y'all even want me as representation? Y'all need representation yourself. I'm always gonna stay the same all the way back 6 years back. Y'all gonna see me doing the same thing, baby. Ain't nothing about me about to change.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Tragic Black taking a tragic look back at Sukihana. She is popping it in blue flame for the kids. She already let y'all know she's not y'all's representation. And I need to know what y'all feel about what's going on with this in the 304 culture. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's get into it. Now, I ain't gonna lie, my clubbing days are over. But, you know, the music, I can't let y'all hear it because of copyrights. What is going on with this, and how is this for the kids? Please help me understand the logic. I'm sure her kids are going to love seeing their mom. I don't even know how many kids she got, but seeing their mom in the future when they look back at this, and seeing what she had to do or chose to do, honestly, for a Christmas gift. I really don't get why this is necessary if you're supposed to be popping on social media. You're the hottest thing out, one of the hottest things out in the female rap world. You popping in the music world. You know, people used to talk bad about people going commercial or going pop or, you know, switching up. But I would honestly rather you switch up and you know, if you really have talent in something, do that. If you can rap and just keep it on base, like on something that's a little bit more, you know, on code with what we should be doing as a people, do that versus continuing down this lane. But that's the unfortunate thing about, you know, when you pick a lane, especially in the entertainment world, people are gonna want to consume more and more and more of that. And it's unfortunate that in the black community, we consume a lot of this to the point where we aren't focusing on things that are important. You know, as a example, we focus so much on Deion Sanders and the primetime situation, his son and all of that right now, that we're not focusing on things like the economy and, you know, global politics, you know, domestic politics. There are things that are going on that are going to catch us by surprise because we spend so much time focusing on stuff like this, entertainment, sports, what have you. But just please, guys, like, at some point we have to get to a place where we evolve. I said in a previous video that I feel like we have devolved as a people. You know, this is a prime example and pure evidence that we're not headed in the right direction. I think we all assume that, you know, we continue to get better as we age and as new generations come about. But if you talk to anybody in the elder generations, they'll tell you that this wasn't happening. This was not cool. This was not acceptable. You might have got your head beat for doing something like this back in the day, just because you were way off code, you know. So I hope somebody reaches out to the young lady and gets her on point. But from what she said at the very beginning, you know, she'll continue to say it. I'm sure she will echo that she ain't changing for nobody. This is who she is. She's stuck in this path, and, you know, unfortunately, sometimes karma has to show us the wrongs of our ways, or you just, you know, you do it until you lose. Same thing with the street culture. You know, people know it's only two ways out of street culture. You're either gonna die, you're gonna go to jail. And people insist on doing it. They insist on following the path all the way out until its ultimate manifestation. So we'll see where this takes us, but it's honestly interesting to hear her talk. You know, we're gonna listen to a few more videos from her as she releases her true thoughts. And what else could it be other than your true thoughts, or somebody, you know, putting money behind you to say all these things? Which either one, it's like you sold your soul. So you kind of get what's coming to you after the fact. But, you know, again, this is a case study in black community and in, unfortunately, what has become black culture. You know, it shames me to have to admit that, but that's what it is.
I need the drug dealers to pull up. That's all. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I want the drug dealers, the big old country dick niggas, the good pussy hoes, the hood rats, all the real bitches, all the trill bitches. Cause the trill hoes finna come in the city. I ain't got time for none of that classy shit that these bitches be so motherfucking mad. I need to be around the people that love when good pussy come through. Make sure y'all pull the fuck up. You know my motherfucking name, bitch. Suki with that good shit finna be in motherfucking Raleigh, baby. Tag all the boutiques, all the real bitches. I'm finna bring on some real bitches with me. If you know how to pop that pussy, go ahead, tag yourself in the comments. I need y'all bitches to come out with me.
And so there you have it again. I mean, just another misrepresentation of who we are as a whole. She is about to tell you that y'all been looking bad. You know, she's not y'all's representation. And she even asked the question, why would you want her as your representation? Which is probably the truest thing I've heard her say. But the unfortunate part about life is we all represent each other. I mean, there's an African proverb that says, you know, I am because we are, and we are. That's truly how it goes. So when we allow stuff like this to perpetuate itself in our culture, it reflects upon all of us. I mean, Obama reflected upon all of us, both the good and the bad parts. If you are familiar with his politics, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But every one of us has a representation and a reflection on the rest of us. She reflects on her mother, her grandparents, her children. I mean, it begs the question, just like I always ask when I see videos of Krishan Rock, what does this say about her children, about their upbringing? Is it better that, the state takes her children from her? Because from what I'm seeing, I would much rather the United States government, rear her children than have Krishan do it. And that's unfortunate to have to say, because I never felt like that growing up. We've always had our struggles. Not all of us are made the same. Not all of us come with the same benefits. And, none of us are born with the silver spoon in our mouth for the most part. But, people make honest mistakes. Everybody screws up from time to time. But when you insist and you dig in on the things that are incorrect, and you value things like not really having an education, using your genitals as your representation or as your value point, and your worth to the community or your worth to the world, then it just makes us all look like that's what we're about. And I know we're not, because I'm not, and my circle is not. So it's unfortunate that we give her so many views. We value, there are people that value her opinion. I'm not even gonna put myself in that category, because I'm not. I only follow her because of this channel and wanting to, shed a different light on the situation. But it's crazy to see how many people actually feed into this type of energy. I know there are people who, they can't stand to see this type of stuff, but unfortunately, there's a lot of people in our community and in other communities. I'm not even gonna pretend like it's just black folk, because it's not. But we add value to it by paying attention to it. And shout out to one of my previous commenters on the previous video who basically pointed that out. We are what we pay attention to. There's a saying that goes, you are your 5 closest friends. So if she's one of your top content creators, or one of the top people that you follow on Instagram or TikTok every day, then that becomes who you are. That's your input. You are what you eat, and your brain tends to reflect the things that you put into it, same way your stomach does and your body does. So if we can't figure out how to shut this type of stuff off, or just, as I'm trying to do, use it as an educational tool for whoever you can use. I mean, I wouldn't even advocate for showing this to your children. I wouldn't show this to my children, because children are like sponges. But at a certain age, kids are going to be exposed to it, and if you don't put some type of balance on it, then they just take it for what it is on face value. So we'll go deeper into what she's about to say next, which is it's an older video that I think pretty much went viral and most people have seen it. But I just want to go back and reflect on that, because this is what we do on Tragic Black. And I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And once again, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know you subscribed in the comments.
The reason that y'all look bad, I do not represent y'all. Y'all represent yourself. I am not y'all motherfucking representation. And then y'all be trying to make me feel like I gotta change for y'all. Who is y'all? Y'all already looked the fuck a mess. Y'all already was a mess. No, stop blaming me for y'all being looking a fool or looking bad. Y'all been looking bad. Y'all been looking bad. Your baby daddy's been making y'all looking bad. Y'all all been looking bad. Your husband's been making y'all look bad. All y'all been looking bad already. I am not the reason that y'all look bad. I do not represent y'all. Y'all represent yourself. I am not y'all motherfucking representation. Sukihana is not nobody's representation. Child, why would y'all even want me as representation? Y'all need representation yourself. I'm always gonna say the same. All the way back 6 years back, y'all gonna see me doing the same thing, baby. Ain't nothing about me about to change. I ain't finna change my nose. Now I know that y'all want me to change my nose, and y'all trying to say that I need to. I'm ugly. Oh, baby, I'm gonna show you what ugly is. I'm gonna show you what ugly is.
In this video, again, I mean, I know people have already seen it and it went viral, but this shows the disdain that she has for the black community. I know she wasn't speaking to anybody else but the black community. For her to say that we've been looking bad and she's not a part of that is like, oh, y'all been looking bad. That says a lot about how she feels about her connection to the community. which is sad, but that's a reality for a lot of black people. You know, we have this thing where we feel like we can be seen apart from the community, especially when we get a little bit of money in our pocket, which is stupid. But you know, it's shocking and it's not. You know, I'm kind of speechless when I see stuff like this, because again, we should have evolved past this at a certain point. We at a state right now where we're asking for reparations, and to put the shoe on the other foot is like, who would give y'all reparations as black people when this is what you value? You can't be serious. Nobody should be expected to take you seriously when this is your main representation. And just on another note, it's like we sit up and allow Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and these people to invite people like Cardi B. I see they just brought Lil Baby and Quavo to the White House to be our representation in a situation where they have zero background, and we have tons, hundreds or thousands of experts, on the matter, people who have true experience, who went to college, who got, doctorate degrees, who spend their life focused on being able to add value to a political conversation. And they go and find people who have, they don't even watch CNN. They don't even have news on their time feed. And I can guarantee you that, to speak and represent us in a political light. So, it's sad to see. It's sad to realize that, once upon a time we had struggles with other races of people, and most of us were on code. We knew what to pay attention to, we knew what to focus on, and we knew what to kind of ostracize or put on the outskirts of what the real conversation was. And now this is the topic of everybody's conversation, whether you are professional, whether you were in high school. I mean, there are kids in middle school, elementary, talking about this, and this is kind of their point of reference for what it is to be a black woman, which speaks a lot to 304 culture, but it also speaks to the powerlessness of our main black culture, our progressive black culture, in the face of 304 culture and popular rap culture. For her to be talking about baby daddies and y'all been looking bad, and in the conversation to devolve into she should change her nose, that says a lot about the people who are commenting, because the conversation shouldn't have ever gone past, look, this is how you're misrepresenting black women. What your nose looks like has really nothing to do with the conversation, and that should never come out of our mouth. So I hope it didn't. But something tells me it did. We have people of all different levels of IQ in the community, and people will find the most superficial thing to harp on, not even paying attention to the fact that your mom probably has the same nose type that she has, and you're sitting up talking shit about her nose, again, which shouldn't be the topic of conversation, because there's so many more important things to talk about and to address in terms of her behavior. So again, guys, please hit the like button. Let me know that you subscribed in the comments. Let me know what you want to see next. And we have a couple more videos to go through, a couple more clips from Sukihana. Let me know what your honest reaction is, and let me know that you value this, because I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't truly believe that there are people in the community who don't value what she's doing, but really value some correction in the matter. So let me know that that's the case by hitting the like button once again, and commenting below. Let me know what you think. Tell me if I missed anything, or if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I don't mind being told that I'm wrong, but this is my opinion. This is the way that I see it. I see it as a very tragic expression of where we are in black culture.
For the people that are judging Brittany Renner for saying that she slept with 35 men, she's living in her truth. And while you judging, you pointing one finger, but 1, 2, 3, 4 is pointing back at you. 3 is pointing back at you. Fuck all that. Let's talk about what y'all do. Let's talk about the skeletons in y'all closet. A lot of y'all sucking and fucking throughout the week. A lot of y'all sleeping with other people's husbands, brothers, daddies, baby daddies. I sleep with baby daddies too, but not if they're still dealing with their baby mama. Baby daddy's got the best dick. Let's fuck all that. Y'all think that little dick don't count as a body, and it does. I count it, because I love little dick. A lot of y'all think that money, getting paid to fuck, don't count as a body. It don't count to me, because at the end of the day, that's business. But a lot of y'all are really nasty, and you judging her, but you sleep with multiple guys throughout the year. Y'all nasty. Judging mama, she rich, you broke, bitch.
I found this one extremely interesting. One, because I mean, you know, let's skip her obvious lack of education or ability to convey her thoughts in a concise and you know, a correct manner, we'll say. But she was obviously speaking to women, which I like, because that tells me that women are trying to check her for this, you know, and again, that's what this channel is about. It's about checking tragic behavior. It's a catastrophe what she's really kind of unleashing on the community, and she's not the only one, but she's at the forefront with a couple other women who see nothing wrong with it. They have zero remorse for it, and there's no accountability to the greater community, and the greater community of women in particular. I mean, black women, to be specific, have to speak against it, and clearly they are, because she would have felt no reason to react in the way that she did if they weren't. So I love that. It's interesting, again, for her to say, you know, y'all do this, I do this, you know, you can't talk bad about me for doing this because y'all do this. Two wrongs don't make a right. If you know that it's wrong, why would you go back and repeat the behavior? And why would you, again, dig in, you know, and get entrenched in the behavior when you clearly know that it's not the right way to move? Again, as we kind of mentioned from the primary video in this collection of her clips, she has children. So, you know, when you have children, and everybody knows this, everything changes in your life when you have children. The things that you got away with and that you did while you were in college and while you were a teenager, that you were being loose and you were kind of not following the rules, those things have to switch once you have children, because again, you are a reflection of your children. People are going to see your children a certain way based on your behavior, and your children are going to soak up your behavior and consider it to be the norm. I mean, most of us look at our dads like they're Superman, and then we look at our mom like, my mom can't do nothing wrong. So for her children to see this, you know, it makes me wonder, if I was her child, what would I consider to be normal behavior? What would I defend, which is obviously not defensible? And you guys let me know in the comments what you think about it. Again, like I say, everybody makes mistakes, but the thing about life is you have to recognize your mistakes and then move actively to correct those mistakes with intention. And clearly we see that that's just not on her agenda. So again, it's tragic, you know, and I'm sure more will come. Unfortunately, I don't see any signs of this stopping in the near future. She's not the only one, as I mentioned, which kind of gives her, it puts more steam in her head to continue down this path, because if it was just her by herself, she'd be like, okay, am I tripping because I'm the only one in the room doing this? But you got quite a few. I'm sure they amp each other up. I'm sure they're close. I don't know if they're friends, because we have a lot of female against female animosity in the world in general, and especially in the black community. So I don't know what their personal relationship is, but I can guarantee you, if I see you getting money doing something stupid, it gives me a little more leeway to do something stupid too, thinking I'm gonna get the same bag. And it's just unfortunate that we're willing to kind of sell ourselves out and sell our family short, sell our community short for a bag, you know, and I can't think of what else this would be, because if this wasn't lucrative for her, I'm sure she would find a way to correct her behavior. So it's upon us to put her in a situation where it's no longer lucrative. And the thing about the music industry is we don't fund it. We're not really the main people behind the economy or the revenue source in the music community. You have a lot of people in other communities who buy more records than we do. They attend more shows than we do. They have the time to take off work. They have the freedom to go and do this. And you have people who don't look like us, some who do, who sign these contracts for these women, and they're all for it as long as it makes a dollar. So if we can find a way to make some type of impact, which clearly we have, again, from this video, it seems like women are taking a little bit of an issue with what she's done. And I just hope more will, you know, for her to come out and say, I need all the hood rats to show up, I need all this to show up. That should tell you how she thinks about you. And if you go along with that, you know, then that's truly who you are. So we have to decide who we're going to be, who we're not going to be, what we're going to stand for, and what we're not going to allow to be perpetrated upon us. And that's pretty much it. I have one more video for you guys, and then we'll head on out. I appreciate you guys checking in with me. Again, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I appreciate you showing up for me.
2024, what are some of your goals?
I want to take Sukihana on the date, homie. Me and Sukihana. I want to put my face in that ass.
Mr. White, sir, I think it's pronounced Sukihana.
Sukihana, I don't give a damn, homie. I want to put my face in that wolf pussy, homie. Yeah. That's what I want, man. That's what I want. That's what I'ma get, nigga. I don't give a damn about that video I seen, homie. I seen the video on Twitter. Squirting out shit looking green. Like oxtail juice. I want some of it, homie. That's how I'ma do.
And I know, well, I hope this was a joke, but you know, the funniest things in life have a bit of truth to them. So, you know, I know there are people out here, there are men out here, let me say, and probably some women who would love nothing better than to be in a room with Sukihana and do what they want to with her, which is unfortunate. Again, it speaks to the other side of this issue, which is if we are attracted to this, if we find value in this, that says a lot about us. So, you know, I'm gonna leave it right there. Again, I appreciate you guys for checking in with me. This is Tragic Black. We took a tragic look back at Sukihana. I'm sure there will be more to come. I want you guys to make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. Share this with somebody that you love, that you think can gain some value from this. And check with us on the next one. We'll see you in a little bit. Peace.
Thank you.